Hello, Soul Light. Welcome back. If you've been traveling with me for a while on the Soul Path, and those of you that are new, welcome. Hi, I'm Michelle. So for this pick a card, we're going to be tuning in and look at what is your soul learning lesson. What is your soul learning right now, or perhaps in a previous situation? So as always, these are timeless readings and they're also time stamped. If you want to connect with me further, ways to do so are in the description box below. And let's get to the reading. Okay. So I invite you now really to take a breath in, a conscious breath in. And maybe even if you can, if you're not driving or something like that, close your eyes. And as you release your breath, see which story you're drawn to. I call them soul stories. And this is soul story number 1, number 2, and number 3. Now, it's perfectly fine if you have 2, or sometimes people have all 3 stories call you, all 3 stacks of cards call you. Trust your intuition. You're guided here for a reason. You clicked on this video and maybe it's a word or 2 or a whole message, or it may be a whole explanation as to what you're going through, okay? So we're going to start with soul story number 1. Soul story number 1, these are your messages. Okay, so we're asking what is the learning lesson here? First card we got here was Socialite. Socialize or join in, make healthy or supportive new friendships. Okay. Your activation card is the heart chakra, the frequency of the heart chakra, the green power of life. This is the life force animating energy, which is love. The energy card that you're working with is broken open. You've also got hoping, waiting, receiving, and manifesting. And you've got love. Wow, a lot with love. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, and affection. The angel card, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. Okay, I'm already starting to get some messages. And obviously, this is a learning lesson about love, a soul learning lesson. But I do feel like you could have perhaps been in a codependent type relationship or attracting those kinds of relationships. What's that? Trigger alert, I guess I need to say. Could also have been in the narcissist codependency or the narcissist or someone on this spectrum. I can't diagnose anyone here. But let's say narcissistic traits, or maybe all the way on the spectrum. Maybe you're an empath, an intuitive, a healer, someone that, really connects with people. So there's definitely this, I feel like, heartbreak to breaking down. Let's see what if you believe, we'll see what the messages are from Source. The situation will improve. Change in direction. Then let's see, we've got the card, the awareness or the magician for manifesting. So many of you, this may be about not losing heart when you've had heartache or heartbreak. Your heart is opening, you're manifesting a truer, perhaps love, a love that's more life-enhancing, a love relationship where there's more kinship is what I'm hearing. And then your affirmation card is wolf. Emphasize a deep connection with your intuition and instincts. Okay, I see where this is going. All right, we're going to look at the as above and so below deck. Okay, some of you did not trust your intuition or your instincts. And so it's really, really important that you trust your feelings. The soul lesson for you is to trust your feelings. I feel for either by conditioning or life experience, you started not listening to your higher self, listening to yourself. Perhaps not even believing in yourself or not believing that things can turn around for you or get better. So one of the big lessons that you've been experiencing is about the heart chakra, relationships, interpersonal relationships, family, friends, significant others. You're also learning how to refine what you attract and to manifest at a higher level, a higher frequency, okay? So you've got Osteria here, which is about balance. This is the Temperance card. Very powerful card, Archangel Gabriel here. So you do have a lot of help on the angelic realm. You do have a lot of help with your guides, your spiritual teachers, your higher self. This is also about infusing your life with more of the energy of your higher self. I really want to go back to this heart opening and the heart chakra, broken open. So there could have been some early childhood trauma or a recent trauma in regards to relationship, and you're wondering what happened. If you're wondering about a particular situation, it does show that it will improve. But this is about believing you in yourself, in your instincts and your intuition, which the instincts are our body wisdom, our intuition through our body. So it's really important, soul story number one, that you really listen. Your big learning lesson right now is listening to yourself and finding ways to, how do I clear, the debris in my mind or input from people external to me? How do I tune in into what is best for me? Okay, and you've got the One of Earth here. And this is Spirit, 5 of Water. Yeah, there it is, disappointment, okay? Emotional disappointment. So many of you, the learning lesson for you is, how do you go beyond the past hurts and disappointment? How do you use those experiences positively? How do you shift your energy from heartbreak to heart opening? Very powerful. And then we've got the 9 of Water, okay, which is Spirit is saying. So if one of the learning lessons for you is going to have to do with an amazing love relationship. Now, some of you, this could be doing something that you really love, being in an environment you really love, creating a life you really love. Some of you, this has to do with a relationship that is a create mate, a help mate, that it's fun, it's lighter, is what I'm hearing. And then we've got Summerlands, okay, which is the Fool. So is new beginning. So Spirit is bringing you a new beginning. And so your learning lesson is, do you stay stuck in the old? Do you stay stuck in the old beliefs or paradigm, the beliefs that I can't have this, I won't be able to do this, I've had too much disappointment, or the type of pattern I have, I'm not going to attract what I want. You're moving into a very high level of manifesting. However, the difference is it's manifesting from a higher vibrational frequency. So it's higher vibrational frequency manifestation, and manifesting more from the frequency of love, the frequency of synthesis, of synergy, of synchronicity, the frequency of synergy, synergistic relationships that are mutually beneficial. Now, you are going to be making some big changes. Now, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you see this reading, it applies. I'll see if I can get some timing on this. Some of you, it's a month. There's a change in direction, a change in what you want. And so your higher self is saying, which is you, your true you, don't resist these changes. It's going to help the situation improve. Okay, and then we've got the 8 of Chalices here, that 8 of Cups. So many of you have thought in a way that you're the problem. And I want to say you're not. And it's about, your learning lesson is about not taking on other people's stuff, okay? But to be able to socialize, join in, then you've got the 3 of Pentacles, that's getting support, that's getting help, that's work, that's projects. So many of you, there is new work coming in, or projects, there is support, there is help. Look for it in a matter of days to about a month. And then we've got the Emperor. So some of you, this is definitely about work. Or you are an Emperor, you want to attract an Emperor, you want someone to build a life with, a lifestyle. Some of you, I do see there could be a long distance move, a relocation is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's see the energy from Spirit. 5 of Chalices. Look at that, 5 of Cups you've gotten 3 times here. Or 2 times. But that broke open could be heartbreak. So the energy of healing, look at the other 2 cups. Spirit is going to be bringing you a time or situation of cleansing and clearing. You might be experiencing past heartache or heartbreak coming up, or disappointment, or recalling times where certain things didn't manifest for you in the way that you wanted to or thought, or in the time frame. I'm also getting, oh, you hear that? Could be my candle, but I also feel like for some of you, there's a lot of grief that needs to be released. I'm feeling it in the throat and a little bit in the heart. Yeah, I'm feeling it in the heart. So what is a positive way for you to release grief is what I would ask you. Some of you that are very creative, it could be through creative projects, poetry, writing about it, drawing, painting, movement, sound. You need to move from just hoping for things to get better to having the commitment and the willpower to make them better. That's part of the learning lesson. And here we are. 7 of Wands, the courage to move forward. Commitment, courage. So your learning lesson right now, and if it seems a little harsh, is that you have to get out there again. If you're wanting to attract more people that you're in alignment with, or a significant other, it's going to be in groups. It's going to be in social circles. It's going to be with connecting with other people. I feel you have so much love in your heart, and you're so very, very, very giving. You're also learning how to attract more, to attract without having to do less, like to have less effort, okay? Ben Amin, Ben Israel, Ben something, Beth. Some of you could be studying Kabbalah, or about to, or wondering to, or even also I Ching is what I'm hearing. Some of you could be going to Israel or from there, or maybe you're watching from there, or studying Kabbalah. I feel like some of you are studying a lot with perhaps some mystery schools. Ancient teachings is what I'm hearing. Some of you are very, very learned. You could also be teachers. Many of you, I feel, could be entrepreneurs, but I do feel like there is this teaching capacity that you are in. So the learning lesson is that things do get better, and they are getting better. Okay, things are getting better. For many of you, things have already improved. Okay, we're going to look at the Theta Oracle cards right now. Get another message for you. Whoa, that came. Oh, look at that. Luck, black cat. Some of you could have a black cat. And the trick is to get over the hook. The trick is to get over the hook of the past. The trick is to use that hook to move yourself forward. Okay? And luck is on your side. So whatever you're asking, there is improvement, there is luck, the situation will improve. You have to believe. You're also learning again to express on a more authentic way, a deeper way. You're also opening up to new relationships. Despite disappointments in the past, despite heartache, heartbreak, I feel many of you had this amazing, deep, deep, deep heartbreak that was very phenomenal, that just really opened you up, opened your heart up. Many of you are really connecting with yourself on a soul level and wanting to share that with the world. So your learning lesson is to move forward. is to notice that things do improve, that things are cyclical, right? They're circular. There's a spiral, and they get better and better and better and better. And so even if things have gotten worse and worse and worse, you're on the upswing. They're getting better and better and better. And so you have to know that. You also are learning how to attract more by your consciousness and by raising your vibrational frequency to attract what it is that you want. Even for you, reading poetry, writing poetry, or things that are very uplifting, that are heart connecting, that attune you to your soul, will raise your vibrational frequency and help you attract. I feel many of you have a strong sense of manifesting. You've got the Magician here. So it's learning to harness that energy. I'm hearing try again, do it again. It will be better. It won't be the same. It's getting better and better. So you are attracting, many of you love relationship. You're attracting people that you love more, you respect. This is a love with respect. But you're also attracting some kind of community or circle of friends that's going to fill that void that you've had for a while. Okay? But just know that not only is the situation improving, but it will improve even more. Okay? All right. So your Soul Insights mantra is, through my divine guidance, I am attracting at a higher level and frequency. Okay. All right, soul story number 1. Please let me know how this resonated for you. Let me know what that heart throat is. Boy, it's gone, whatever it was. It just kind of came in and it's gone now. So, all right, I look forward to connecting with you in the next reading. Take good care. Hello, soul story number 2. This is your reading. All right, so we're looking at the soul learning lesson. What are you learning? And sometimes our learning lessons, it's something for our soul evolution, for more soul expression, but sometimes it's also for that part of us that's extended out as the personality, the avatar part of us, which I feel that with you. I feel like there might have been a little bit of misalignment, or for some of you, a disconnect between your little self and your higher self. And that's getting more and more in alignment. Many of you could be also newly awakening. Some of you, you're in a next level of awakening and you're taking more chances in your life is what I'm hearing. Many of you are looking for some perhaps level of support, perhaps moving past fears, obstacles, boundaries, self-imposed boundaries or limitations. So you are learning somehow, I feel like maybe to trust again, to move forward. Let's look and see what else is coming up. Oh, you got abundance from the Angel Oracle cards. Unconditional, innocence, support. There we go. Support, whole love. Mirroring each other, self-image. Relationships reflect our wounds. Introspection. Okay, see where this is going. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Daydream. You will more easily hear and receive your messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Okay, this also has to do about opening to creativity. I got to tell you, I get a very just sweet, open energy. Many of you could even love flowers or be drawn to flowers or getting flowers for your home. Whether male or female, could be really good for you. Ametrine, balancing masculine and feminine energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. That's about going out into the world. Apotholite, increase support. So there's a lot with support. So I've gotten 2 cards, and I got in the channeling that this had to do with something with support. Increase support. Your positive focus, your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the door to an abundance of help and opportunities. And you also have abundance here. So I'm going to put that over here. And then you've got delight. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy. Okay, so soul story number 2, you're really, really connecting through to your higher self, or through your higher self to your soul. That aspect of you. Many of you, there's a lot more abundance. You're opening up more to the prosperity of life, abundance in all areas, having enough, feeling fulfilled. But for many of you, this has to do with joy, and you're starting to learn. So your soul learning lesson has been learning through mirroring, through people. People have been mirroring to you what you like, what you don't like, where you've been, where you are, where you're going, where you'd like to go. You get a lot through reflection, even through situations. I do feel many of you have gone through a lot of experiences in your life. You've tried a lot of things. You've been very open. Many of you just kind of follow your heart, follow your bliss. Now you're starting to really harness that energy, and you're noticing what supports you on your path. So you're being guided on a soul level. Your learning lesson right now, and has been in the past. Maybe it's even a question for some of you, what were these past situations about? Showing you what supports you, because you can't move into conscious creation unless you understand what you truly need and want on a soul level. Who, what kind of people, what qualities of energy support you, where is the best place for you to live. So you're moving into a higher vibrational frequency of manifesting and life experience. So attracting in. So for you, your higher self is saying, notice what you're attracting. Notice what we're attracting. And don't get caught up in stuff that you don't want to extend the experience of it, okay? Oh, great big love. Okay, well, that's very self-expand. So positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Stay optimistic about your love life. Shining through. This to me has to do with your creativity, which is a form of abundance for you. Many of you, I feel, have swung. Maybe you were more comfortable in the divine feminine, and now you had to integrate the divine masculine aspect of your being. Some of you were very comfortable with the divine masculine, and you've had to integrate the divine feminine. So you're coming through with much more wholeness in your life, okay? You're not looking for something or someone to complete you, but just to complement you. Big difference. And firm foundation. This has to do with support. A big part of your learning at this time, or has been in the past, is building a better foundation for you, for feeling more comfortable on the earth plane, being more comfortable within the material realm, being more comfortable in building up a life. Now, some of you are in school, or you're going back to school. This is about, what are you studying? Does it support where you want to go, what you want to experience, what you want to create? Does it support you on the deeper level? Now, you've got red here for the root chakra, and you've got orange here and red. So there could be a lot of work that you're doing or need to do or focus on the root chakra, that first chakra, and also the solar plexus. Okay, those could be some areas for you to look at. I feel many of you are learning also how to just be yourself. You're being more and more you, the genuine you, and you're shining through. People are noticing you more. You're noticing yourself more. Things are lightening up. I do hear that one of the lessons that you are learning, there's a couple here, is using the mind, perhaps meditation, daydreaming, letting yourself have some time off to just be, to just reflect, to just contemplate. Some of you are avid readers, so I'm hearing, yes, you need to just take a day to read or go to the mountains or the beach, be in nature. Optimism, delight, following what gives you joy, what makes you happy, raises your vibrational frequency and draws in this abundance. If you've been asking for help or support, a teacher, a mentor, a friend to help you, a helpmate, some of you playmate, somebody to create with, that is coming. You're going to be experiencing much more support in your life because you're much more balanced and you're supporting yourself. Let's see what your affirmation card is. Fear. Accept and love your fear, then let it go. So one of the things that could have been holding you back from some of your dreams, goals, and desires, and especially relationship, has been this fear. What is this fear on? Well, let's see. We're going to do the tarot. Let's see, what is that fear? What is the Well, some of you that you're not going to have enough, or there's not enough. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say. We're going to clarify with the tarot. Well, with that Four of Pentacles there, firm foundation, could be financial fears. It could be fears that someone won't be there, and it could have been in the past that there wasn't someone there for you. Right? Okay, we're going to shuffle 3 times. Yeah, you could have been in some situations where you were really let down, or you thought you had a firm foundation in a relationship or job or decisions that you made, and they weren't. So there's this regaining again of your optimism and your belief in yourself. But I feel many of you are, you're drawing in abundance. There's a lot to do with abundance and creativity. Let's see what's coming from Source. Okay, you got 4 of Earth here. So we've got 4 firm foundation, 4 of Earth, 4 of Pentacles, and 4 of Earth here. So 2 4s, 8. So this is a karmic situation where in the past, or perhaps even from family, there has been a history or a tradition of maybe playing it small, not shining fully. Look at this, shining through, or you had to hold yourself back. You kind of like, don't show up. Don't shine so brightly. Don't show off, stuff like that. And that kept you safe for a while. So part of you is wondering, can I do that and still attract what I want, in my life? Okay, 2 of Air. Some of you, that's indecision, that's crossroads, let's see, and then we've got the 5 of Fire. That has a lot to do, so you're getting a lot of energy about persistence, being persistent in your life. Okay, the Circle, we've got 12 here, which is the Hangman, the Circle of Light. This is like looking at the patterns in your life. Again, the mirror. This is going to be really key for you right now, soul story number 2, is this mirroring. What is being mirrored to you right now? And then the Wheel of Fortune. Change. So you're in this cycle, and it may have been perpetuating. You may have noticed reoccurring patterns, reoccurring situations, reoccurring types of relationships, reoccurring situations in jobs or career or with friends, or something has been very cyclical with you. But you're finding the way out is what I'm hearing. Now, many of you, the learning lesson for you is to live more abundantly, is just to create from a soul level. Feel the fear and do it anyway, right? Get the support so that you can do your dreams, your goals, your desires. Okay, we're going to do 3 here. So what supports you on your path? What supports you to move past your fear? This isn't saying to try to get rid of it, don't wrestle with your fear, but it's saying that it is this energy that you need to not keep holding on to or replaying it in your mind. Some of you have been replaying things in your mind. Okay, you've got the 7 of Swords. So this is saying not to strive for perfection. Some of you, I'm hearing, you have everything that you need. You have what you want. You just need to start moving forward. Okay, we've got 8 of chalices here. That's a that could be a new direction for some of you, okay? That could be, again, I picked up school, study. You could be going back to school or studying something that's going to help you move forward. Yeah, we've got the Strength card. So you have a better foundation. You've got a better foundation. You're not sliding back. Then we've got that 5 of Swords. So again, not having negative expectations, expecting the positive, staying optimistic about people, about relationships, about your love life, about the choices that you've made and the choices that you want to make in your life or career or projects. It's about, and King of Swords. So that's what I'm saying. Some of you are getting a mentor, a teacher, someone that's helping you. Some of you are also mentoring or teaching others. I feel like you have a lot of wisdom, and at this point it's about, in the mirroring, instead of looking at what you don't want, because you know that now, look for the mirroring of what you do want. That's a huge lesson for you, soul story number 2. Look at the mirroring in your life right now of what's working, what's abundant, and what you do want. You know where you've been. You've spent a lot of time noticing the mirroring of what it is that you don't want or past patterns. Okay, let's see. So you got listen. These are the Oracle Wave cards. So this is about listening to your intuition, trusting your intuition, listening to what people really say. What are people saying? What are you hearing? Some of you need to clarify with people, like, repeating back. If I'm correct, this is what you said. Is that true? Or is this what you mean? Or this is what I'm understanding by what you said. So there's a lot about clarifying communication is what I'm hearing. And look at this, perseverance. That's the Strength. And that's the 5 of Wands, is getting out of struggle and moving into perseverance. So I want to say, those of you that are working on a project or something that you're wanting to draw in, that just persevere. If it's business decisions, maybe you've started a new business or you've launched something, you just need to persevere. There is growth. Out of all that hard work, there is growth. Something is about to blossom and bloom. Okay, look at this. We've got here. So I feel like more than a breakthrough, or the type of breakthrough that you're going to be doing, is a shine through. It's shining through as your authentic you. And the more authentic you are with whatever it is that you're doing, soul story number 2, the more abundance you're going to have. And that's going to be different for what abundance is different for everyone. It's basically having enough of everything that you need and want. So this is about living more and more abundantly. This lesson is also about being more and more your authentic you. I feel like there's layers coming off, or there's blossoming, you're blooming. So your lesson is to not give up and to connect, to listen to what you really want. Listen to your intuition. Follow through on your intuition, but also listen to what other people are saying. Some of you insert words or meanings like you're assuming they mean what you mean. So you need to ask questions more. Like understanding if this is going to be supportive. Like, let's say it's a corporate job, or a job that you're going for, or any kind of job, consulting, whatever it is, whatever the job is, or career move. You need to ask the questions, even if it says, let's say in the write-up for the job, that 2 days a week it's working remotely. You need to clarify that if that's something really important to you. I understand that we can work remotely 2 days a week or 3 days a week, or we can work remotely 5 days a week and it's optional to come in the office. Clarify. You're learning to clarify your dreams, your goals, your desires, your wishes, what works for you. You've been mirroring to yourself what works and what doesn't work. Now it's about asking for that, getting the support from, friends, family, colleagues, just from situations. You want to start choosing situations that are actually good for you and supportive of you and supportive for you, for what it is that you want to create. That begins to get a momentum that brings you abundance. Okay, this is all about persevering and having that a momentum, the building. You've been building a lot, whether you realize it or not. Now, the other thing, this apophyllite, is increased support. You've gotten 3 messages about support. And through the 4 of Pentacles, you've gotten that twice. So the more support that you have and feeling supported by the universe, that's your big learning lesson, that you are supported and you deserve support. So ask for that support. Listen to yourself. Listen to your true needs, your desires, so that you can shine through. So you're building a better foundation so you can do more of what it is that you really want to do. Okay? All right, your Soul Insights mantra is, I am supported in all I need and want to do. The universe is supporting me. I receive the support I need through people and circumstances. So there's 2 mantras, Soul Insights mantras or affirmations. Some of you, there's something, I want to go back to this blossom, this shining through. I feel like it's the heart energy. I feel like something is about to really shift for you, or you're going to feel yourself in a whole new way of being, but it's familiar. You'll feel this amazing soul connection to yourself. And it's going to shine through in all that you do. People are going to be noticing. All right, Radiant Soul Lights, thank you so much for connecting with me. I'll see you in the next reading. Take good care. Hello, Radiant Soul Lights. This is your reading. So we're going to be looking at your soul's learning lesson. What are you learning on a deeper level at this time, or shortly before? I feel like some of you are coming to this reading wanting to know, what have I been learning, or what's the lesson here? What is the lesson? That's what we're asking. What is the lesson here? So you've got have confidence. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. So this is about confidence and belief and faith in God, the all that is, something more, the universe, your guides, something more than the little you, the smaller you, the ego you, the little self. Fresh air, your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend time outside. And Dolomite, stay strong in your faith. What did I say? Faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. Okay, so that is, again, this have confidence, have faith in something more. We don't do everything all on our own. And I always say, whether it's technology ideas, innovation, inventions, where does it come from? It comes from God. It comes from the all that is, the universe. It's in the Akashic. It's in the resonant fields, and we tap into it. And some of us tap into something, and then we end up creating it or using it, or we get that great idea, that flash of insight, that creative solution. You're learning a lot about believing in something more, that you don't have to do everything alone or on your own to shoulder all the responsibility, okay? So this is really about you having confidence, faith, a belief in something more, however you term that, whether it's religious, spiritual, metaphysical, the quantum aspect of you, the divine feminine. Okay, these are the activation cards, sacred geometry activation. So the activation you're receiving is a frequency of the divine feminine. The divine feminine supports our reception, our receptivity nurturing, and soft side. Allow it to express itself openly. It also helps us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. So many of you have felt alone or on your own, or you have felt isolated, or you've been isolated, or you've been let down. Now you have to connect into the divine feminine of your being, which is the receptive aspect of your being. Contemplation, meditation, prayer. It's for you, it's recognizing that you are a part of nature, and all of nature is taken care of. All of nature is interconnected. We are interconnected to everything and everyone through the subtle energy. There is this infinite innate intelligence in nature, and that is in you. The infinite intelligence of the universe is in you, is an aspect of you, or you're an aspect of that. So it's time to rely on that more. And your journey is going to be a lot about understanding how to rely on that more and more. What gets you in alignment with that, or in attunement with that. Okay, the energy oracle cards, you've got the uncharted sea. Well, for some of you, it's going to be through your subconscious, maybe meditation, hypnotherapy, dream therapy, signs, symbols, metaphor, myth. Maybe reading like The Hero's Journey, The Journey Within. There's a great book, Clarissa Pinkola Estes, Running with the Wolves. Fantasy, myth, magic. Another book, Awakening the Archetypes Within, Carol S. Pearson. So let's see. Second chance, making amends, opportunity, and plans. That's the uncharted sea. See, what I feel with the uncharted sea, soul story number 3, is that you have to recognize you don't know it all or can't control it all. We can't. Even me, psychic since birth, intuitive, psychic channel, medium. I don't see everything for myself. Sometimes I see nothing. Sometimes I get bits, but there's gaps in between. Or I see where I'm going, but I don't know how I'm getting there. Or I see where I'm going, but then where does it ultimately lead? Or how am I going to get there? Or I get messages or dreams. You only get a little bit. It's like the sea. So your soul lesson right now is to follow that inner compass. Not just inner GPS, because our GPS we can follow when we have the destination, right? We set the coordinates. The compass is when we don't know where we're at. And so sometimes you have felt lost at sea. Maybe lost in your emotions, lost in the subconscious, lost in uncertainty. But you're getting a second chance at something. We're going to look and see what that is. Resentment, stinging words, bitterness, and anger. Okay, I feel that's because you've had to depend on yourself. But your soul is saying, we don't want to do that anymore. We did that game already. This is time to trust the universe, trust God, the all that is, whatever it is for you, the quantum aspect of you, because you're not trusting something outside of you. It is you, the golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationships, love bombing. Well, I feel in past relationships, you've been with some people that you did have to do it all alone. And for some of you, this is parents or parental figures where you had to rely a lot on your own. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Well, that could be you. It doesn't always have to be drugs, alcohol. It could be worry. It could be addicted to, mistrust. I'm going to put that over here. Some of you are breaking a pattern of some kind of codependency, and you're going to be getting a second chance in relationship, or having something more life enhancing, something that is more soul aligned and attuned to your heart. Okay, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Okay, that I very clearly hear for some of you is like, and again, you these are general readings, so you have to trust what you're getting by your intuition. But some of you, I do hear it's not time to walk away. You can work through this. You can give it a second chance, but you have to release the anger. You have to process the anger and the resentment. You can be angry, but not stay stuck in that angry state. You have to move on from it. So some of you, yeah, there's been some push-pull in relationship. Look for a sign. That has to do with having confidence in something more, having confidence in spirit, the spirit realm, having confidence in that higher self, higher power, that part of you. You're developing faith, confidence in something more, that you will get a sign. Oh, look at this. And then you got spiritual strength, 9 of Wands. So some of you may say, well, I do have a lot of spiritual strength or faith, but you're going to that next level. You've been tested, or you're about to be tested. Your spiritual strength, your spiritual connection will be tested. Some of you may feel like you're, again, left on your own. But this is what I would say. This is the avatar you. This is the little self, and this is the higher self. So you need to daily connect into your higher self more and more. Let's look at the affirmation card you got. Discover. Reawaken your sense of discovery and expedition. Well, that could be travel for some of you. That could be exploring the mind, exploring different situations or circumstances. Your soul really wants you to open up, or wants to open up. You know, again, I would look at us as like the avatar here, you know. So look for a sign of the next steps you're going to make, or the direction. Oops, I'm going to do this one first. This is as above. This is the spiritual. It's all spiritual energy, but this is going to represent source energies. So you're learning a lot about letting go, moving on, not holding on to stuck states, stuck emotional states, you know, anger, sadness, resentment. You're learning how to have your feelings, allow your feelings, but to not let them rule you. And you're learning, who do you give a chance to, a second chance, and who do you move on from? Okay? So I feel like also give your relationship a chance. For many of you, also has to do with your higher self. Give your relationship to your higher self a chance. Let yourself be guided. And you've got Temperance here, so there's a lot about rebalancing, card of Sagittarius, getting to a deeper truth. Okay, so Hathor, you've got, I don't know these cards yet. Looks like 12, looks like Hangman. So you're getting a new perception or a perspective on things, and Two of Fire. So you are going to be handling the energy well. This test that you're going through, you will pass it, is what I'm hearing. We don't get tests really from the higher self that we aren't ready to pass. Okay, and then you've got the 8 of Water. So something is... you're conjuring up something. Again, there's this whole thing with mirroring. Look at that. There's a face here. Okay. Look at this behind. This image there. I just look at this as like, you have to start seeing that you're not doing everything on your own, that there is this unseen world that you need to depend on more. It's kind of like having the ship and having all the navigational tools, but also you're relying a bit on the weather, right? You're relying a bit on the waves. So to me, this is you're learning healthy dependence, not to be codependent, but not to be, so to be independent, a healthy level of independence, a healthy level of dependence, which is interdependence, is a big learning lesson for you right now. And we've got Wheel of the Year, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So Spirit is bringing a fresh approach to you, new circumstances that you get to try out. Now, what is going to also help this wheel move, which is fate, which is going to align you to more to your destiny, is belief in something more. Is your spiritual strength, is your faith, is your belief, is your trust, is that you're not making yourself do everything on your own. And we've got the King of Swords. To me, this is about learning. This is about getting clarity. I feel like many of you perhaps came from very emotional situations, maybe a lot of emotionalism, a lot of drama. You're sorting through things now. You're not, you're using more of the higher mind, skills of communication. You're very clear about what it is that you want. You're very balanced in your thought. I don't see you cutting off. I feel that some of you, yes, you need to work through resentment, anger, bitterness. Some of you, I hear this is about a second chance in life, but the way to do it is you have to engage in life, the magical, the mystical part of life, looking for signs, being guided, having confidence, having faith, recognizing, oh, I don't have confidence in this right now. I don't have faith. I don't have belief. I don't think this is going to get better. I don't think things are going to turn around. Then what are the spiritual tools or mental, emotional tools that you can use to align you to that belief, that faith, that trust? What people, what classes, what workshops, what activities? For some of you, it's just getting out of your head and getting outside. You've got the card of fresh air. Wow, Ten of Pentacles. So you are attracting. Look for a sign. Many of you, this is the happy home life. This is what you've wanted. For many of you, this is abundance. This is career changes that bring to work that is very fulfilling and very abundant. You've also got the Strength card here. Do you feel a little similarity here from Soul Story number 2 to Soul Story number 3? They got the Strength card in the same position. They had the 5 of Wands there. You've got the 2 of Wands. So you're moving into a level of self-mastery, okay? Soul Story number 3. That's giving you true strength, not strength from having to push and over-try and make it happen, but strength of your body. So some of you, I feel, could be runners, could be athletes, dancers. Some of you, you are working on strengthening your body, especially your muscles. I'm hearing make sure that you stretch, do mobility exercises, loosen those joints, stay flexible and loose enough to be adaptable, is what I'm hearing. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a lot of work. There's work to be done. You've done a lot of work. Many of you perhaps feel that you've been in the trenches, or you've been in a certain groove, or stuck in a certain pattern or groove. But things are starting to pay off. You are going to be handling, and then we got the Hangman twice. So I feel like this next level for you brings some changes that's going to require you to think differently. And how is it going to make you think? Soul Story number 3. What's the important component? Faith, trust, belief, confidence in something more. Divine Feminine. So either a lot of you have had a little bit distorted Divine Feminine that needed more healing, rebalancing. You've got the Temperance card here. Or your Divine Masculine you're very comfortable in the Divine Masculine, and you're learning how to be more in the Divine Feminine, or you're healing the Divine Feminine. Okay, so there is this rebalancing that's taking place. Remember, you got discovery. Reawaken your sense of discovery and expedition. Now, how do we do that? When we go on a trip, when we go on a walkabout, when we go on an expedition, when we go in some kind of process of discovery, there is a level of trust, trusting our inner knowing, our inner self, trusting the higher power, trust where we're guided. So this learning lesson for you has a lot to do with trust, faith, belief in something more, getting past unequal relationships, codependent relationships, whether you have been codependent, addicted to having to know, addicted to having to control a situation, or having to know, or trying to solve problems through only left brain thinking, very logic and reason, you know, the masculine aspect. That's a great gift that you have, but you've developed that enough, okay? So yeah, you're moving past that. You're handling the energy. Let's see what the Oracle Wave. Okay, I don't believe this because I shuffled this twice. So you've got the trick here, which soul story number 1, I believe, had this, but also ascension. So this is, you know, the ascension is extending or expanding out of the planes of duality. I mean, we experience duality on the earth plane because that's how creation happens, right? The masculine and the feminine coming together, the yin and the yang, the electrical and the magnetic, right? So the reaching and the withdrawing, the giving, the taking, you know, there's this reciprocation, this receiving and giving. So this reciprocation of energy. So I feel for you, the trick for you, the magical trick that's going to be the trick that, like, how did you do that? People are going to be like, what did you do? Or how did you do that? Or you're going to be saying, how did I do that? Or how did that happen? How did I draw this in? How did I attract this? Is having confidence in something more. A higher self, higher power, God, the all that is, the universe, whatever you want to call this quantum aspect, the resonant fields of the all that is, the stars, the moon, infinite intelligence of the all that is. Many ways to look at it always, or find the way that's right for you. That's the trick that's going to make everything move into alignment in your life. And you're moving up, you're moving upward or outward. You're attracting better relationships, better situations. Some of you are moving out of a very dark, stuck place. Not that dark is bad. I hate to use that word, but let's just say a place where you felt very stuck or stagnant, or a place where you were having to look at a lot of wounding. A lot of times our ego, we feel stuck. The little self feels stuck or stagnant. Sometimes we can be stagnant, but a lot of times we're not really stuck. There's things that are moving subconsciously or underneath the surface of things. And I feel for you, like working with the subconscious mind, your subconscious mind, you know, readings like this, doing your own readings is really going to help you to connect to something more than just the ego personality. That's your learning lesson. That's what you've been guided to learn, guided to hear. And look for a sign that's going to move you forward. There's a sign and a confirmation. And the trick for you is, soul story number 3, is having confidence again in that higher self, higher power, in God, confidence, belief, faith. So you're learning to stay strong in your faith, and your faith will become one of your spiritual strengths. It's your spiritual superpower. One of your superpowers will be getting those messages from your guides, your higher self, all that is God, getting those messages from the universe, and then listening to them, looking for the signs, looking for the messages from the universe, because they are coming. They are there. They are around you. And that's what you're learning. You're learning to live more that way. All right, Radiant Light, your Soul Insights mantra is, I am ascending to a higher vibrational frequency of experience and expression. That's for some of you. And for others, I am ascending to a higher vibrational frequency of love and experiencing that in all my relationships and all that I do. Ooh, yes. Let me know how this resonates with you. I feel a lot of change. I feel like many of you have just done a lot of the deep work. You've been really consistent with it. Some of you are just starting to, because you're seeing the pattern. And you're moving past those anger and those resentments and those hurts. We're only angry, resentment, or have bitterness when we've been hurt. All right. Look also for someone perhaps making amends to you or wanting to clear the air, and also some new opportunities. Some of your plans are going to be coming to fruition, And there are some new opportunities. For some of you, it's in relationship. Some of you, it's career. Some of you, it's a combination of career or job and relationship. Yeah. Slower moving energy, but it's moving forward. All right, take good care, and I'll see you in the next reading. Keep shining bright.